Have you ever wondered why simple questions sometimes feel so charged with meaning? Questions like, "Do you live alone?" or "What are you doing this weekend?" may seem straightforward, but in reality, they're often subtle invitations into deeper connection and intimacy. These moments hold the power to transform casual conversations into profound exchanges that build trust, curiosity, and shared vulnerability. In this video, we'll uncover the hidden meanings behind 7 of the most revealing questions a young woman might ask you. These aren't just casual inquiries, they're windows into her thoughts, hopes, and emotions. By the end, you'll know exactly how to respond with authenticity and confidence, deepening your connection and leaving a lasting impression. Stay with us until the end, as we'll not only break down the layers of meaning in each question, but also share practical tips for how to turn these moments into opportunities for connection. Trust us, you don't want to miss the insights and strategies that could change the way you view these subtle yet powerful exchanges forever. If you haven't subscribed to our channel yet, I encourage you to click the subscribe button and ring the notification bell to stay updated on all our latest content. I'm eager to hear your thoughts on today's topic. If you enjoy the content, please comment 1 below. If it doesn't resonate with you, leave a 0. Your feedback is crucial as it helps me create better videos that align with your interests. Now, let's get started. The first question, and undoubtedly one of the most revealing yet frequently asked, is, "Do you live alone?" When a young woman poses this question, it is far more than mere curiosity about your living arrangements. It's a delicate, almost vulnerable attempt to understand the rhythm of your lifestyle. She's quietly evaluating the possibilities, envisioning how her presence might fit into your world. Deep down, she's likely contemplating the level of privacy and intimacy your circumstances might allow. This seemingly simple inquiry carries layers of meaning. It's not just about knowing whether you live by yourself. It's about imagining the potential moments of unguarded closeness, the private conversations, and the shared experiences that could flourish in an unencumbered space. She's wondering if your life allows for those spontaneous, tender, and profoundly personal moments where the world fades away, leaving just the two of you. When you respond, remember the unspoken hopes that may be intertwined with her question. Choose your words thoughtfully, with warmth and openness that invites trust. Let her feel the comfort of possibility, the sense that time spent together in your space could be effortless, meaningful, and full of connection. Your response can either deepen the emotional bond between you or create a barrier. Speak with sincerity, and let her feel reassured that the thought of her sharing those private moments with you isn't just possible, it's welcome. The second question, one that often catches people off guard but holds a deeper meaning than it seems, is, "How many people have you been with?" On the surface, it might seem like a straightforward inquiry, perhaps even a playful or curious one, but in reality, this question is layered with complexity. It's not just about counting the number of people in your past, it's an invitation to share a part of your story. She's not asking out of idle curiosity, she's searching for something more, insight into your emotional journey, your experiences, and what those experiences say about who you are today. For her, this question might be a way of gauging your level of experience in relationships, not just in terms of physical intimacy but also emotional depth. She may be trying to understand your perspective on connection and commitment, how you treat people, and how you've grown from the relationships you've had. It's a subtle evaluation, a way of piecing together the kind of person you are, the lessons you've learned, and how those lessons influence your current mindset about love, trust, and vulnerability. This isn't merely about numbers or a tally, it's about substance. To her, your answer might offer a glimpse into your character. Do you speak about your past with respect and honesty? Do you shy away from vulnerability, or are you open and authentic? She's likely listening not just to what you say, but to how you say it. Are you grounded and self-aware? Or do you carry unresolved feelings, bitterness, or bravado? This moment is about more than information. It's about connection and understanding. When responding to this question, it's vital to approach it with honesty, integrity, and a sense of self-awareness. Avoid the temptation to inflate your number in an attempt to appear more experienced or worldly. It will come across as insincere. Likewise, Don't feel the need to minimize your experiences out of fear of judgment or to appear more reserved. Authenticity is what she values most. A truthful response, shared with confidence and humility, will leave a far greater impression than any attempt to craft a story to impress her. If your number is low, don't feel inadequate. Frame it as a reflection of your standards and your selective approach to relationships. If your number is high, own it as part of your journey, but balance it by acknowledging what you've learned from those experiences and how they've shaped you. The key is to show that you're not defined by your past, but have grown because of it. Let her see that your experiences, whatever they may be, have brought you to a place where you value meaningful connections over superficial ones. This question is an opportunity, not a trap. It's her way of seeking reassurance, of understanding whether you're the kind of person who approaches relationships with thoughtfulness and intention. By answering authentically, you not only build trust but also demonstrate emotional intelligence, a trait that is undeniably attractive and deeply valued. In your response, let her see that you're someone who values honesty and who isn't afraid to share the truth of who you are. That, more than any number or story, will resonate with her on a meaningful level. The third question, one that seems casual yet carries a wealth of hidden meaning, is, what kind of movies do you like? On the surface, it might feel like small talk, but in reality, it's a carefully chosen way for her to bridge the gap between curiosity and connection. When a young woman asks you this, she's not just inquiring about your cinematic preferences, she's opening a door to something more. This question is her subtle, perhaps even shy, way of gauging shared interests and setting the stage for a deeper connection. What she's really doing is laying the groundwork for a potential movie date. But let's be honest, it's never just about the movie. By asking, she's imagining what it might be like to sit beside you in the dim glow of a theater or in the cozy intimacy of a living room, sharing popcorn, laughter, and maybe even moments of quiet closeness. For her, it's a low-pressure way to test how compatible your personalities are in a relaxed, enjoyable setting. Your answer to this question can make all the difference in how she perceives you and the connection she's building with you. Do you come across as someone with a sense of adventure, a touch of romance, or an appreciation for the light-hearted? Or do you reveal a side of yourself that's serious, thoughtful, or deeply introspective? This is her way of discovering the emotional notes you resonate with and how those notes might harmonize with her own. Pro tip: if you sense she's hoping for something more intimate or romantic, don't hesitate to mention a soft spot for romantic movies, even if they're not your go-to genre. This doesn't mean you need to pretend to be someone you're not. It's about meeting her halfway, showing openness, and planting the seed of possibility that you'd enjoy exploring that softer, more emotional side of yourself with her. Whether it's a classic love story or a heartfelt drama, sharing an interest in romantic films can subtly signal that you're open to deeper connections and moments of shared vulnerability. And let's not forget the most crucial part of this exchange: your willingness to let her feel comfortable suggesting a movie or even taking the lead in planning a casual date. The conversation doesn't end with your answer. It's about keeping the dialogue playful, engaging, and emotionally charged, leaving her with the impression that spending time with you could be exciting and fulfilling. Now, before we move on to the next topic, here's a question for you. Have you ever experienced something like this? Whether it's a casual question that led to an unforgettable moment or a simple exchange that brought you closer to someone, we'd love to hear about it. Share your stories in the comments below so we can all learn from each other and explore the ways these subtle moments can create lasting connections. Now, on to the fourth question, one that carries a subtle yet unmistakable undertone of interest. What are you doing this weekend? My friend, this is a classic question, but don't be fooled by its simplicity. It's loaded with possibilities and hidden intentions. When she asks you this, it's not just idle curiosity about your schedule. It's her way of subtly probing whether you're available and, more importantly, interested in spending time together. This question is often her way of testing the waters, seeing if the door is open for her to step into your weekend plans. It's a soft invitation, a gentle nudge that says, I want to know if there's room for me in your life. Whether she's imagining a casual coffee date, an adventurous outing, or something more intimate, her question signals a desire to share your time and space. Your response here is crucial. as it sets the tone for where the conversation, and possibly the weekend, might lead. A charming, playful reply could be something like, "I don't have any plans yet. Do you have any suggestions?" This kind of answer does two powerful things. First, it signals your availability without coming across as overly eager or desperate. Second, it opens the door for her to take the next step, whether it's extending an invitation or proposing an idea for how you could spend time together. But don't stop there. Use this moment to inject a bit of humor or intrigue into the conversation. For example, you could follow up with something like, "I was thinking about taking a spontaneous trip to Paris, but I might need a good excuse to stay in town instead." This not only shows off your playful side, but also invites her to offer herself as that reason. It's also worth noting the unspoken vulnerability behind her question. Asking someone about their weekend plans, especially in a one-on-one conversation, takes a small leap of courage. She's putting herself out there, risking rejection in the hope that you'll respond with interest and enthusiasm. Your job is to meet her halfway, showing that you appreciate her interest and are open to exploring the possibility of spending time together. If you are still watching this video and find these lessons useful, please comment number 1 below to let me know that you are still watching this video with me. Ultimately, this question is an opportunity, a gateway to connection, and a moment to show her that you're approachable, engaging, and most importantly, genuinely interested in her. Whether it leads to a casual outing or something more personal, how you handle this question can set the tone for what happens next. Now, here's a question for you. Have you ever had someone ask you this and realized too late that they were hoping for an invitation? Let us know in the comments below. Your stories might just inspire someone else to seize the moment next time this question comes their way. The fifth question, and one that carries an air of both practicality and intrigue, is, "Can you help me with something at my house?" On the surface, it might seem like a simple request for assistance, but make no mistake, this question is about far more than needing an extra pair of hands. When a woman asks this, it's often her subtle way of inviting you into her personal space, creating an opportunity for closeness and connection in a relaxed, private setting. Think about it. Home is a sanctuary, a place where people let their guard down and feel most comfortable. By asking for your help, she's not only extending an invitation to spend time together, but also signaling trust and interest. It's her way of saying, "I'd like to share a bit of my world with you." Whether it's fixing something, moving furniture, or even helping her with a project, the task itself is secondary to the fact that she wants you there. This moment is a golden opportunity, but how you handle it can make all the difference. When you agree to help, do so with genuine enthusiasm and care. Avoid rushing or treating it as a chore. Instead, see it as a chance to showcase your attentiveness, reliability, and ability to be present in the moment. These traits speak volumes about your character and can leave a lasting impression far beyond the task at hand. As you spend time together in her space, take note of the little details. Her favorite decor, the way she lights up when she talks about something meaningful to her, or how she interacts with you in this cozy, familiar environment. These are the moments where connection deepens, where shared laughter over a minor mishap or a heartfelt conversation while working side by side can become a memory she treasures. But remember, this is not the time to rush or push for more than she's comfortable with. Respect her boundaries and let the dynamic unfold naturally. Show her that you value her request and her trust, and let your actions convey kindness and thoughtfulness. If you sense the right moment, you might even suggest extending the time together, perhaps offering to grab a coffee afterward or suggesting a follow-up project to continue spending time together. Ultimately, her question is about more than just getting help. It's an invitation to be present with her in a way that feels personal and meaningful. Treat it as the gift it is, and you might just find that the connection you build during this time becomes the foundation for something deeper. And now, a question for you. Have you ever been asked for help and realized later that it was about more than just the task? Share your experiences in the comments below so we can all learn how to recognize and cherish these subtle yet significant moments. The sixth question, deceptively casual yet charged with deeper meaning, is, how far is the restaurant from your place? At first glance, it might seem like she's just being practical, trying to map out logistics for the evening. But if you listen closely, you'll realize that this question hints at something far more intriguing. When she asks this, she's already thinking about what might come after the dinner, the possibility of extending the evening into a more private and intimate setting at your place. This question reveals that her mind isn't confined to just the dinner plans. It's wandering into the realm of possibilities. She's subtly gauging how easy it would be to transition the energy and connection from the public space of a restaurant to the personal, cozy space of your home. It's her way of feeling out whether the night could evolve into something more memorable, perhaps even romantic. Your response here is critical, not just in what you say but in how you say it. Keep your tone light, confident, and inviting without being presumptive or overly eager. A great way to answer might be something like, "It's pretty close, just a short drive away. Why, are you thinking of a second stop tonight?" This playful reply keeps the conversation open and allows her to take the lead in suggesting what might come next, all while showing that you're relaxed and approachable. It's also an opportunity to subtly build anticipation. You could add something intriguing like, "It's close enough that we wouldn't have to worry about time if we wanted to keep the night going." This kind of statement keeps the possibilities open without pressuring her, leaving her feeling both curious and comfortable about where the evening might lead. However, the key here is to approach her question with care and respect. Don't assume or push for anything beyond what she's comfortable with. Let her set the pace and follow her cues. By showing that you're open to extending the night but leaving the decision in her hands, you create a safe and inviting atmosphere that makes her feel valued and respected. Remember, this is a delicate dance of mutual interest and exploration. Her question is a signal, a hint that she's considering the possibility of a deeper connection. Your job is to meet her curiosity with warmth, playfulness, and genuine interest, allowing the evening to unfold naturally and authentically. Now, here's a thought to reflect on. Have you ever missed a subtle hint like this and later realized the opportunity you had to deepen a connection? Share your stories in the comments below so others can learn how to recognize and respond to these meaningful moments. And finally, we arrive at the seventh and perhaps the most heartwarming question. Do guys like hugging? On the surface, it's an innocent question, but don't let its simplicity fool you. This is her way of exploring your feelings about affection and closeness. When she asks you this, she's testing the waters, trying to understand whether you're the kind of man who values and enjoys moments of physical connection, even in the form of something as simple and tender as a hug. Her question hints at a desire for intimacy, not necessarily in the romantic sense, but in a way that fosters trust, comfort, and emotional connection. She's likely wondering whether you're someone who sees physical gestures, like hugs, as meaningful acts that deepen bonds. By asking this, she's also subtly opening the door for a moment of shared warmth and closeness between the two of you. How you respond here is vital. A thoughtful and genuine answer can leave a lasting impression, showing her that you're not only comfortable with affection, but also value it as a way to connect with others. You might say something like, "Of course I do. There's nothing like a hug to show someone you care, or to make a moment feel more meaningful." This kind of response not only answers her question but also conveys emotional depth and openness, qualities that are incredibly attractive. If you want to add a touch of playfulness, you could follow up with, "Why, are you thinking about testing that theory?" This light-hearted remark keeps the conversation engaging while leaving room for her to take the next step, perhaps even initiating a hug herself. The key is to show that you appreciate the power of affection without coming across as overly eager or insincere. Let her see that you value these moments of connection, not just for their physicality but for the emotional closeness they bring. A warm, thoughtful response can create a safe and inviting atmosphere, making her feel more comfortable and drawn to you. Now that you know these 7 questions, you're equipped to navigate these subtle yet powerful signals with wisdom, confidence, and authenticity. Each question offers an opportunity to deepen your connection and show her that you're attentive, emotionally intelligent, and genuinely interested in building something meaningful. Now that you've explored the depth and meaning behind these 7 revealing questions, we'd love to hear from you. What stood out the most? Was there a specific question or tip that resonated with you, or perhaps something you plan to implement in your own life? Take a moment to reflect and share in the comments below. What's one thing you've learned from this video that you'll bring into practice? Your insights could inspire others to recognize and cherish these subtle moments of connection. If you found this video valuable, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Your support helps us bring more meaningful content to you. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.